Happy birthday, GMD. I think the change actually for me started the moment I walked into Quick Access in the month of June, the year 2019. Prior that time, I had worked with an organization, one of the top 5 banks in the country, for 10 years.
Where am I mentor?
And I'd worked with a lot of people. Sweet, straight, so many sterling qualities. But that interview was the defining moment for me. And from that time, it's been upwards. Now, there are several qualities that I admire. Before now, I had read about Nigerian businesses. And to Quick Access, there is a difference. We've read about how it's not possible in Nigeria for a husband and a wife to work together in the same organization. You have proved it wrong. Watching us, watching you and Madam work together. The family, how you are able to create a balance. You are a doting father. You are a loving husband. You are a wonderful leader and boss. Across all the spheres where God has placed you to man. Now, for the teams, how you are able to create actionable goals is one of the things that thrill me every time. And you're always graphic about it. How you draw the details beats one imagination. That from where we are standing, we can even see the end ourselves. A lot of us, most of the times, don't believe before we take the first step. But the truth is, your words push us. And before we know it, we cross the finishing line. You've helped in building my skill set. There are so many things that I thought I knew before now. But I had to unlearn. I had to relearn. And, I keep learning on a daily basis, working with you. You are humble when it comes to learning. It doesn't matter the age or the status of the person who is going to teach you. As long as that person is going to impart the knowledge, you are willing to learn. The goals that you create for the teams, you don't make the goals ambiguous. You make the goals actionable, like something realistic that the team will be able to accomplish. If you go over it, it's understandable, but you must not go below it. And we've seen this time and again happen that we are able to exceed everything that we actually want to do. The top management, you have rubbed off on us. Sometimes we, catch ourselves and we are like, this is GMD in Mr. Shegun. This is GMD in Josephine. One way or the other, we are like, getting better because we are around you. And if anybody does not believe that the spiritual controls the physical, that person should come and talk to us. I remember very well in 2020 that GMD said that we will not lose anybody to COVID. He came here, he stood on this ground. I knew on that day that he had sorted it in the place of prayer, and he came to declare it here. And I have said it here again and again. I'm a son in this house. That we will not lose anybody to any accident, that nobody's bone will be broken. It wasn't because I said it myself. It was the words I took from his mouth. I am an amplifier. So all I have been doing is amplifying what he said to us in private, because we had to go public with it. GMD, thank you so much. The many times that you are the one that gets called, the down moments. And everyone knows that the solution to this situation is to call GMD. And, it's been wonderful. You've pushed me to be a better person, from being the human resource. No, I think we're even talking about from being the investment manager to being the human resource manager, the day I got the call to, mount the position of human resource manager, it appeared strange because you were not even in town. There was nobody to put me through. But you said, Mr. Wale, you can do this thing. And from that moment till I became the branch coordinator at Standing Pillar, and from Standing Pillar to the position of head operations, and it's been one sweet moment to another. Of course, it comes with the challenges of how do I go about this, but you've taught us not to copy what the last person did, but to be creative in our position, as in come up with your own ideas, be inspired on your own. And we have built a great team doing so many of the things that you have taught us. Thank you so much, sir. And to the pillar behind the throne, what do we say now? Those moments that you know that you have allowed the ball to sleep. Madam is the person that will read in between the lines and will quickly get in to make sure that she gets things working for you again. We are so grateful. Thank you, thank you so much. Do you want to talk about how they are raising their children?
Wow.
We need to see, guys, some things are not learned, they are caught. They won't sit you down in a class to say this is how you do it. The 21st century parents are allowing their kids to slip through their fingers. Somebody said kids are like a wet soap, that if you hold them too firm, they will, fly out of your hands, and if you hold them too loose, they will still get out of your hands. I can tell you, this is one family that I have watched closely and I have related with. They have their children, as in their hands. God has given them everything they need, the wisdom, like the spiritual depth of those children as young as they are cannot be imagined. Guys, it is something that I have tasted and I know it works. You can have, spirituality, you can have excellence in marriage, career, leadership. We are not the only set of people GMD is leading. In fact, permit me to say this, is leading the largest department that is like the training ground for anybody getting into the workforce now, because he has a workable template. See, I consider it a privilege. Like I said earlier, I've worked with names. Do you understand? Coming to